I think I've set it's better now. Ah, you want to enter the life? Do you want to enter my life? Yes. Hi everyone. I think I've gotten the settings. I can see the chat box now. Hi. So Moturayo, I've sent you the link. Join the live. This life is tougher than I thought. It's stressing me, and I'm already tired. I've been working all day. Hi, Victoria. How are you? How are you doing? Moturayo, I've sent you the link. Oh, I'm waiting for Moturayo to join this live. What's wrong like this? She's finding it hard to join. Even though I'm tired, but I'm still fine. I'm very, very tired. Moturayo, please join. Good evening, Ma. Good evening, Madam Margaret. Good evening. How was your day? Hope your day was fine. Hope it was not as busy as my own. My day was very busy. Uh, I said, hope your day was fine because my own day was very, very busy and stressful. Oh, sorry, Margaret. You said your day was good but stressful. I think mine too was the same. It was good, but it was stressful. I've not had a stressful Saturday like today in a while. If you have anything you want to ask, you can drop it in the comments section while we wait for. If anyone have any question you want to ask us, I'm still waiting for someone to join this live. But if you have any question you would like to ask, any question that you feel I you want to ask me or us, you can drop it in the comments and we'll answer them. I don't know why it's so difficult for my guests to join. I've sent link like 5 times. I don't understand. This is the fifth time I'm sending this link to her. Okay, finally. Finally, Moturaya is here. Ah,
What? I don't even understand what was going on.
honestly,
How are you?
I'm
Good
fine.
evening.
Good evening. How was
Yay.
your day?
Was good.
My day was very stressful. I was
Hey,
even
sorry.
thinking of canceling this live because I was so busy from 7 a.m. to like 5. I was
Oh,
busy.
Bele.
Thank you.
So are you still working now?
No, I'm done for the day.
Okay, Bele.
Thank you.
So, so many people are already here waiting. Oh, that's
Yes. I've canceled this live like 3 times. I think I
ah
did not get the setting. This is the first time I'm doing a live. I
okay.
settings. I think I first did this made for kids. So people could not drop a comment, but I have to do it again and change the setting.
Oh, oh. Thank God, oh. At least thank God we got it right now. Cause I was
Yes.
wondering every time I click, it tells me the first one I was clicking, it wasn't even saying anything. Then later it was saying you are no longer live. You are not, I was like, what's going on?
Yes, I cancelled it. So I have to do it
Yeah.
again.
Well,
Thank you.
I hope my mic is on.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. How about now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly as well.
Okay, okay. Margaret, you said you have a question. I'm waiting for your question. Good evening, confidence. Love it. Yes. What can we discuss, Boturayo? What
Let
can we
somebody in
discuss? Because I
the
don't have any plan for this
somebody in
life.
the
To be
audience
honest.
somebody in the audience should give us what if they are sewing, what issue are they facing right now? Maybe that might help us to know how we want to start the discussion. Like, okay, are you a fashion designer? What issue are you having right now? Maybe with your business, or maybe with sewing, or maybe with your staff, with your apprentice, or maybe you have a problem with pattern drafting, or maybe you are just enjoying yourself.
Okay.
So, whatever it is, if they can tell us, then we can know what to pick up with.
Mm. Margaret, you said you drop your question in the comments. I can. Can you drop it here? Because I can't find any comments.
Yes, Margaret, please drop it here so
Can
that
drop
we
it here so that I can see it too.
see.
Mm-hmm. If anyone has question or you have questions you would like to ask, please you can drop it in the comment section so that we can answer them. Please, sir, but what can we discuss while we wait for the question?
Okay, maybe we can talk about how to get along with, let's say, content creation. Because I know a lot of people just kind of just bury their heads in the sewing machine. They just want to sew, 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 and sew. Meanwhile, what I know is that now times have changed. It's beyond what you can do anymore. It's more about how you can show up.
Yes.
So maybe I think we should talk about
I think we have questions already. Oh. Margaret,
okay,
please don't drop it here. We have a question from Dorcas, Debilade Dorcas. She said, "Good evening, ma'am. Please, I always have issues with the hip side. Whenever I joint, the hip side is always bulgy. I don't know if there is a standard measurement from the waist to the hip. Thank you." That's the first question we have here. So, Motura, would you like to answer that?
okay. Well, if we are looking about, there's something about when we are talking about standard measurements with pattern drafting or with sewing. Most of the time, each body, each person, the peculiarity of each person's body is different. So that's
Yeah,
just the truth. Have that in your mind first. However, if you're working with somebody that is on a very small side, from their waist to their hip, between 7 and 12, 7 must be somebody that is really small, then 12 is somebody that is really big, waist
yeah,
to hip. It also depends on where did you take the measurement of the waist from.
um,
Some people don't take the measurement of the waist from the natural waistline where the waist sort of break into two.
yes,
If you take your measurement from the other waist where your hip contours out from, then there might be a problem. So first of all, you want to know where you took that measurement from. Also, if you are into bespoke, that is made to order, you can
yeah,
just simply measure the client. I always say you can have a like a ribbon or a rope, tie it around the person's waist. I believe I have a couple of tutorials on how to take measurement. Tie it around the person's waist. Then from that person's waist, measure from that point to where the hip shoots out from, like the largest part of the person's hip. For some people, you will see that from the waist to the hip, it will be 7. For some people, it's going to be 9. Some
yeah,
people, it's going to be 10. But for my plus size clients, I have people that is like 12. These are people that when you take their measuring from between shoulder to hip, you are having like 27 from shoulder to their hip, this thing, or 28. So, and meanwhile, for somebody that is really small, a length 28 is somewhere close to, is already coming down towards the knee. Do you
yeah,
understand? So if you are into bespoke, just stick to the measurements. But if you are into, let's say, ready to wear, then you can now do, okay, both size. For small size, we are going to do waist to hip. And also, if you are doing that, you also know that your waist measurement should be from the shoulder to the natural waist, not the other waist where some other people just place their skirt. Because I know some people do waist point 1, waist point 2. Okay,
yeah,
I just take measurement from the natural waistline because that has worked and it keeps working. So you should know that you should tell the clients that if you are dealing with ready to wear, that they should just make sure that wherever they are taking measurement from. I know that made to order now, you can check out your waist, hip, and bust waist and hip. So just know that whatever you are taking from here to waist is correct, because whatever you take from here to waist, if it's not correct, your measuring from waist to hip too will be wrong. So I
yeah.
hope that these two answers, you find your way in between them.
Okay, thank you, Moturayo. I would also like to add that some people, like me now, if I want to sew for someone, let's say bespoke, I will ask you that where do you normally place your skirts? Some people they place their skirts on their tummy, and
People like
sometimes, sometimes when you are taking your measurement, maybe you are taking it below that, so you have to ask them that where do they normally place their skirts? So you cannot measure from that waist point to their hip so that you can get their perfect measurement. Because some people you will be shocked that they place their skirts below their belly button. Some is above their belly button. So you have to be sure where the person place. as skirts so that you can be sure of the waist to E. And
One
again,
more
when you
thing
are
that
making for okay, let me quickly say this. Let's say now you're making a skirt for somebody that has a waist 24 and a hip of 38, and you said you are not using that. The shape of the skirt, it will be bulgy at the hip area. So you have to know when to add that to your skirt too. Sometimes you can even add more than one dart to your skirt. Sometimes two darts, depending on how the person's
the
shape is.
proportion of the waist to
Yes,
hip,
waist
how
to
the
hip.
difference,
Yes, some people I don't even add that at all because their waist and their hip is almost the same thing.
the same thing.
So you have to check all these measurements to know. And when you are drafting a skirt pattern, it must not be too curvy because when you wear this, your side is straight. It's not as if it has that shape there. So it must not be too curvy by the side so that it can fit well by the side and it will not be bulging.
That was exactly what I was going to say. That while you are drafting the pattern, while you are cutting the fabric, you shouldn't say because that the hip point, you shouldn't say because it's pointing out, you now
Yes,
leave it out pointed. Always blend it. It's a
blend.
slight curve. It's not even a sharp curve at all. So,
Yes,
but when you take the measurement, it will appear like a sharp curve. But you all should always blend it. You should always blend it. If you are able to blend it, you will eradicate that. But if you leave it at what the measurement is showing you, that place is now shooting out like this is the hip, then by the time the person wear it, you are going to have that issue.
yes. Thank you so much, Mutsuraya. I think we
Thank
have
you
another
so much.
question here. This person is asking that please, how can I go about my CAC? I wish to register my brand and also how to go about the logo. Okay, let me just quickly say something before I hand over to Mutsuraya to talk about this. So about the logo, you can easily design a simple logo. If you're working on a budget, or you can design it yourself. You can just go on Canva. You will see different templates. You can just design something simple. Or if you have the money, you can just get a brand designer, a graphic designer to help you design a logo that you'll be using. And for the CAC, you can register your business. There are different, I think they call them busy business agents that do this CAC registration. And it is not that expensive. And there is something about CSC registration. You can first reserve your name. I think you can reserve a name for like 3 months. Maybe if you don't have the money for the CSC, you can now register before the name reservation will expire. So the name reservation, I think, is for about 3 months before you now register. That's if you don't have the money now. And the name reservation, I don't think it should be up to 10,000 or 5,000,
It's not
depending
even
on
up to
what.
5,000. It's not up to
Yes,
5,000.
depending on the area,
To reserve the name is not up to 5,000.
not up to 5,000. So, some people charge it together with the CSC registrations. So, with 5,000, you should be able to reserve your name for, let's say, 3 months. Then, before the thing expire, so you can register your business. Do you have anything to say about that, Shreya?
Okay, that's what I was just going to say. There's no one agent doing it. Just ask people around you, people that have registered their business before. I know that one thing about business registration is I believe that you belong to a community. Who is the person asking that question? So I can direct it to her. Okay,
I
confidence.
think,
Confidence. I believe that you belong to a community. Is either you have a church you are going to, is either you have a mosque you are going to, is either you have a social gathering. You should belong to a community. So ask around you that have you registered your business? Who did it for you? Most of the time you realize that sometimes even your next door neighbor is competent with this thing. Okay, so and that was what I did. There was that was how I registered my own. I just asked around, who do you know this person, do you know people that do this, and especially people that are into all these law firms, people that work with law firms too. They do business registration. So just get like 3 contacts, then ask for their integrity and credibility. And did this person deliver? Who did the person work with? Did they deliver well for the person? So that you don't just pay and they didn't get it done for you. Get like 3 contacts, then ask, have you worked for this person before? Did the person actually deliver it well? Did they do it well for you? And once you've been able to get that, then you can just go ahead and do the registration. Then picking a brand name. I think that one thing you should know is that we are all fashion designers, but these days I tend to always tell my community members that you don't your name doesn't always have to come with all of the clause, or will I say everything, sewing,
Yeah.
stitches, this and that. You may not. You may just, there are so many brand names now. Asharaloge. Once you hear things like Asharaloge, you know that number one, it speaks to your Yoruba community. Number two,
Yeah.
we know that you are talking about dresses. And another name is Dress Me. Another name is, you know, make sure that the name is quite easy to pronounce, easy to read. Okay? Moeta, Odunayo. Anybody that's here Odunayo knows how to pronounce Odunayo. It sticks. Even with Odunayo's name, it's quite easy to remember. It's easy to just you just keep remembering. Oh, what's that name? Okay, Odun. Yes, Odunayomi Stitches. That's her name. Okay, with names that like Moeta too, the sound it sounds easy. Okay, although the way it's spelled, you may not really find it easy to quickly spell it on a first glance. Okay, so it should sound simple, or it should be able to be spelled simple. Okay, simple, easy to read, nothing serious, you don't have to go overboard. Okay, just have a name in your mind, get next to the person close to you, what do you think about this name? Then you go to the CAC, because CAC too, you have to check to be sure that no other
Yeah.
person taking that name before you. If somebody has taken the name before you, you simply just have to go back and then come up with something else. Okay, that's why the agent will always tell you, give me two three names,
Mm-hmm.
so that if they try your first option and it didn't work, if the name is taken, they can try the second option or the third. All right, so I hope this helps.
Oh, I would also like to add that for the CSC registration, you can actually do it yourself. I did mine
Yes,
myself.
yes, yes.
You can do it yourself. I did mine myself. And again, when you are registering, it will get to a point that I think when I want to register my own, I have to add something at the back of Odunayomi Stitches because the website told me that I can't use Odunayomi Stitches alone. I have to add maybe something like fashion or anything at the back. So sometimes when you are registering, your name might change to maybe just something at the back. Like
Yeah,
now, I use Odunayomi Stitches Creations because I can't use Odunayomi Stitches alone. I have to add something, maybe fashion or anything at the back. So when you
yeah.
are registering, also have that in mind that it's possible that you will add something to the back of your name. It depends, so I don't really know. Okay, I
Like
think
for
we have
example,
another.
fashion or for example,
Yes,
something fashion or fashion
yes,
services. But however, if you are now online, you can keep it short to
mm-hmm,
just the name without the fashion service. But definitely, if anybody Googles that, it will always come with that fashion services or fashion hub that you added originally.
yes. We have another question here. I think from Miss Ewa. I think she said, I want to start a made to order clothing brand, but I'm scared because my sewing skill isn't very strong yet. So I was thinking of going for fabric bags and then practice sewing that starts, then starts made to order later. So that's her question. She said she wants to start a clothing brand, but her sewing skill isn't very strong yet. So what do you have to, what's your advice for Mutare?
Okay, starting a clothing brand, I think you need more than just your sewing skill. You need a whole lot. You say a clothing brand, I think your headache should not even be about the sewing skill, because if you have an idea of sewing and you know what you know you want a good finishing, you know you want a good fit, you can get the pattern ready, anybody can sew it for you.
Yes.
Because you have an idea of it, once they sew something good, you know this is good. Once they sew something bad, you know this is bad. However, with a clothing brand, what you should worry yourself about is marketing, distribution, advertisement. These are the things that moves clothing brand. Forget that you are seeing people having boo-boos everywhere and they are telling you they are bagging, they are cashing out, they are sold out. Forget about that. You need to go and learn, how do I, even for example, maybe run an ad that would push that brand forward. Which designs do I create that people want to buy? Okay, it's even better with having made to, but made to order, if she would say, is like a bespoke collection.
Yes.
Okay, But I know that there are also some made to orders that you can just pre-order. So it depends on what exactly are you doing. Some people would create a design. Okay, you are creating a design, you want people to pre-order it. Then know that the design you are creating, test it in the market first. Ensure that people want it before you go and put your money into it. So in summary, I think what I would suggest you to do is keep learning, keep finding out what do you need to start made to order, what are the skills you need aside sewing. So while you're developing your sewing, you are also learning some other things along the way so that when you eventually start, you will start right.
Yes. Thank you, Moturayo. I would also like to add that since she said she wants to start a made to order brand or something like that, and for a made to order, I think you have to be posting, and for you to be posting, you have to sew for yourself first because you can't be using other people as a sample. So you have to sew for yourself, even though you are not perfect yet. But that process, that period, just be posting yourself, build your confidence online, build your social media presence, so that when you are now very good, people can start ordering from you.
True,
You can
true.
start taking the orders. Because if you say you want to wait till your sewing skill is very good, okay, let's assume your sewing skill is very good now, and you don't have a social media presence, how do you want to sell the made to order? Except you want to sell it for people that are offline. But you have to just maybe create, push yourself, document your process online first. As you, like say, as you perfect your skill, you can now be confident to take orders from people. But with the meantime, you can just post, even if it is not perfect, post it like that. Build your page or any account you want to use, build it with the time you are still using to perfect your skill. So when your skill is very perfect, you already have the presence online already, so you can easily sell to the people that you've already built during this process. I think we have another question
A
here that
little thing, something I don't know if you understand what Odunayo just said. What Odunayo is just trying to let you know is that it is not the day you start posting that you have started a red made to order brand that people will start buying. So it's better you start putting in that work, start investing into it. Whatever you so post it. Make sure you are taking your videos in a good light area so that the quality of the print or whatever it's using can come out looking nice. Okay. You want to keep showing up now because people need to see you, then they need to like you before they can actually buy from you. So that you
yes,
can start showing up, they can start liking you, so that by the time you now start the made to order brand or you now start going into production, then they can easily patronize you because of course they have seen you over time, they now trust you. So
yes.
and that
And okay, Ewa said, I think she said I plan to sew for myself then post. And when you are sewing for yourself, make sure you make all these trendy styles. Use fabric that are very attractive. Use fabric that are very attractive, because there are some styles that you will sew with a dull fabric, and when you sew it with a colorful fabric, people tend to like it more. Use
yeah.
colors, blend two colors together. Use Do something that is very, very attractive, so that people can be enticed, and they can. Sometimes when you even want to do made to order, you don't even have to tell people that it's made to order before they know it's made to order. People just message you that, can you make this for me? And from there, you've started made to order. You don't even have to tell them that, okay, you are doing made to order before people start to order from you. When they see how sweet that is very good and they love it, definitely they will order it. That's if you are doing made to order. And since your plan is made to order, definitely that will convert to sales for you. Another question we have here is, what should be put in place before starting a ready to wear dresses? Adedoyin Miracle. She's asking that what should be put in place before starting a ready to wear dresses?
Okay, so if I'm going to take that, what you should put in place is you need something for everything you need for your production, okay? Everything you need for marketing, everything you need for packaging. Every this because these things that even if it's one customer or one order that you have, you still need to do it. So you need the fabrics, you need the tools, you need your machines, you need the pressing iron, you need the tailors that will sew those ready to wear for you. You need the designs that you want to sew. Okay, now let's now say now we have sewn all these things, we have produced it, then you now need to market it. What is your social media present like? Do you want to keep showing up every day? Do you want to style the dresses to market it, put it in the faces of people? Do you want to run ads on them? Okay, these are the things that you need. Now somebody has ordered, how do you want to package it? All right, so get your packaging ready. Now after you have packaged it, how will it get to the person that has ordered? Then you want to figure out your logistics. Do you want to partner with company? Do you yourself have a logistic company that will be working
Yes,
for you? Do you
logistic.
just what?
I said logistic is very important because
Yes.
when you start to get the orders now, you will almost go like, because some people,
Ve-
let's say somebody order from outside your state now and you don't have that in place, it will really mess up your mind. So you have to put that in place. Logistics is very, very important. Like
very
very,
important.
you can
So
continue prior.
those are just look at it from forget about the books, because I like to take things the way I like to try to visualize things the way they are. Now I come up online, I've created a design. Now somebody is going to order or people will order. Now they order, after they order, what are the fabric that I will use to produce their order? Who is going to sew the order? Who is going to iron it? If you are the one doing everything, now it is ready. How are you going to package it? Now I've done my packaging, everything looks good. Now how are you going to, even going down to your pricing? See,
Yes.
you see, ready to wear. If you do not do it, if you do not understand what pricing, profit margin, these things are, you will just be working, working, working. You will wonder, you will be putting money into the business and you will wonder where the money is going if you do not put the right profits. So you also need to know how do you price your products properly. What do you design to put out there? Now after people have ordered, you have made it, you have packaged it, how do you send it to them? How do you ship it to them? If they
Yes.
have gotten their order, what is going to be the follow-up? Are you still the one that is doing the customer care part of it, saying, thank you for your order, I hope it fits, we would love you to send us a review? All those things, just make them happy. Okay, it fits. Thank you so much, ma. We hope to see you again soon. We hope to see you again on our Valentine sales, if you already have a sales or in mind or something like that in mind. So just look at every channel, every point, every bus stop, if I'm going to put it, that you need to do one or two things and put all those things in place.
Thank you so much, Moturaya. Thank you so much.
um
Okay, I think we have another question. If I'm not skipping anyone. So guys, if you have question you would like to ask us, you can still drop it. I think we have this question here that says, "Good evening, Mas. Please, I would like to know how to charge in business. I recently started, but I would like to know the factors to put in place before saying my price to the customer." She wrote another comment that, "Because it seems like I'm in loss, I'm sewing, but I can't see any gain." Hmm.
okay, should I take that?
Okay, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say that we mentioned earlier, I didn't even know this question was coming up, that
Yes, like you understand.
if you don't understand your pricing, starting a ready to in fact starting bespoke, but bespoke you can still hide under some things, because that one is one off, you can make profit in some and not. But for ready to wear, now in Nigeria, people want something that is a little affordable. All right,
Yes,
also you don't pick your price based on your competitor. No, you are the one that know how much you got your own fabric. Maybe your competitor got their fabric from Aba direct source. You cannot
yes.
compare yourself with you that got your fabric from your local market near you. So these prices will not be the same. But sometimes we want to go online to say, they are selling this boo 2 piece for 25,000. Okay, I'm going to sell my own boo 2 piece for 23,000 or sometimes 22,000 so that people can patronize me. Meanwhile, the entire 22,000 is your direct cost. If I say direct cost now, I mean things that went directly into maybe like your fabric, the thread, the trimmings you used, and everything and everything. So how do you get a good price calculation? What you want to do is look at everything that enters into every dress directly, one after the other. Okay, this design, I need a crepe fabric, I need a silk fabric, I need ankara, I need thread, I need trimmings, I need all of these things. Put it together. How much is it going to cost? Now, your indirect. This is where a lot of people just overlook things and becomes a mess because you use light to sew that. You actually paid your tailor. The good thing is we only put what you are paying our tailor or what you are paying yourself and you just move on from there. You forget that the business has to the rent where you are running the business from. The business should actually take a portion of the rent off you. You forget that the business should actually just also pay for the service charge of the apartment you are using, your electricity bill. Fine, maybe your electricity bill is 50,000 naira per week or per month. Not that you put the 50,000 naira on one dress. How many dresses going out of this place, or how many dresses using this electricity? Okay, so let's say we are 20 dress is using that electricity of 50,000 naira per month. So you definitely know that 2,500 must be added to the price for electricity. If you are able to put all of this, just look at every other thing that enters into the production, your servicing of your machine, the maintenance. These are the things that you put together. Then after putting this together, in fact, I was still because my students, we still took this class on Friday, which was yesterday. Yes, we were still in pricing class, and a lot of them were like, they have no idea that this is what they should do, because a lot of people overlook those things because they are not directly involved. But in one way or the other, the person that wants to go and buy the electricity unit, you will remove the money. The other person that is saying pay your service charge, you remove the money, and it is the business that is supposed to take care of it. Even if it's 225, 225, 225 that you're adding to it, by the time you put 225 together, you'll be able to know that if I sell 10 dresses, I'll have the 25,000 naira that I need to use to pay for my service charge in a month. So you need to put all of these things together, then you will now add a profit. Let's say my direct and indirect cost, you put it together now, the whole thing came to like 25,000. What percentage of 25,000 am I going to now add to that 25,000 that is going to be my profit? Now this profit is what now keeps the business running afterwards. But a lot of time we just want to put the price together and say, it's 25,000, let me just put 5,000 naira on it and sell the dress for 30,000, which is actually not supposed to be so. So I watched a video of the CEO of Rough and Tumble. She was saying that, Madam Nike, she was saying that for fashion pieces, your profit margin should be 300%. That simply means that if, according to the 25,000 naira we were using for illustration, if 25,000 naira is actually the cost, it should be 25,000 times 3. So the dress is actually supposed to be sold for 75,000 naira. Meanwhile, what we are just that's why we kind of struggle with a lot of things, because we are saying, I don't want mine to be too expensive. Meanwhile, some other person, they got maybe they even got the fabric for free, or they got the fabric at a production rate, and you
Yeah.
you got it for retailer's price. So these are the things. Just look at how you've been doing your calculation. um I want to try to, okay, Ruka, Rukaya, just look at how you've been doing your calculation and sit down and look at what other things have you been overlooking that your business can actually take care of. Fine, people will tell you that your price is becoming more expensive, but if your work is good, they'll keep patronizing. Everybody knows that the inflation and everything keeps affecting all that we do every day in our businesses. So they will definitely patronize you. So just look at how you've been doing your pricing with this explanation. And I also think I have a video on my YouTube channel on how to price your products. So you can also watch that video. You might also get clarity on what I am saying. Look at how you've been doing your pricing and sit down again and recalculate. And importantly, those indirect costs, look at them. Look at them again and put it inside of it. Then after you put it, put a profit for your business. So I hope that has answered your question and I hope it helps.
Okay, thank you, Moturayo. I
Thank
would
you.
like to add that I think you focus more on the ready to wear business. So I want to talk from the aspect of bespoke. Let's say that somebody wants to make a dress from you. So how do you charge the person? For me, what I do is that I write out all the cost of all the materials I will use, even till the needle, the thread. Even if I have it at home, I will write the threads I will use. If I'm weaving, I'm writing the thread I will use to weave. Even if it's buyers that I have at home, I'm writing one pack because they don't sell yards where I work around me. So I write out everything I will need from the for the dress. Even if I have, let's say I need stay of maybe just half yard of stay, I'll write it down like everything, even if it's not up to half. I'll write the minimum I can buy for that particular outfit. So after listing out all these materials, then I look at the hours I will use for the dress. There are some dress that will take a day. So and for me now, I know the amount I should make in a day. So if this dress will cost me a whole day, so I know that I'm adding that particular amount I'm supposed to make for that particular day on that dress. Electricity is there. Let's say if you are paying for electricity now, let's say you are using your industrial machine to sew. For that, the outfit for let's say 6 hours, you know the number of units you will use. Calculate everything, every cost that you, even the ones you have already. Calculate everything together and charge for that dress. Because if you think that okay, maybe it's just one thread, I can't even finish one thread, and you do not even add it, when that thread finishes, where will you get the money to replace that one? So you have to put everything in order. Even if I'm weaving this dress, I'm writing the threads I'm using to weave, I'm adding it to the cost of everything, even up to the ones that I will not even use everything. I'm writing everything down, calculate everything, the hours, everything that will go into the making of the dress before you give your price. Because if you just look at it with it's just simple boo boo, simple boo boo. Let's say now five of that boo boo comes for you in a week. Before you know it, you are losing, and you think you are working, you are just losing money. So you have to consider every other thing involved. And we have another question here that says between working from home, and getting a roadside shop, even in a small way, which is advisable? Because I'm contemplating whether to buy a second-hand industrial sewing machine with my little saving, or to maybe to rent a shop, though I have a manual machine. I think this will be our last question so that we can end this live. So Moturaya, please can you advise Anastasia?
All right, Anastasia. Right now, I'm working on. There's a series that is coming up on my channel. It's about starting from home. Now,
Hmm.
before you say, okay, you are in between working from home and getting a roadside shop, I believe that you're already working from home.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but if you are not working from home, you are still in between contemplating whether to start from home or not. There's a video on my channel that will guide you through that. But if you are contemplating working from home or going to get a shop, these things comes with advantage. They
And
come with their own advantage. Okay, working from home, you will be able to, like, it's like you are freestyling. You are getting some things as compliments because you are using the your house electricity, you are using your house service charge, you are using your house rent and all of those things. But if you are getting a shop, you know that definitely you are paying for your rent and paying for everything that comes with that store. Now, getting a store will help people to see you more locally. Locally now, I mean if you have a store at your junction, people could be passing by and say, okay, there's a tailor there. And if you are so good at what you do, you have your mannequin outside, your nice dresses that you have made, you display it outside. Somebody could say, okay, I want to make something like this. Let me patronize this person because you are outside. Which sometimes at home you don't have that kind of privilege. Okay, so you just need to weigh the pros and every other thing that comes with both. And now, what is your fund saying? Do you have enough funds to get the store in at least a good location? You cannot move from your home and get a store at the junction of your street that is quiet. It's better you stay in your home than you to go and get that store. Okay, so do you have the fund to get the store in the place where you know that, okay, this place is good enough to bring me the clients that I need? Then, if you have the phone, go for it, get the store, set up the place, furnish the place, make it good, make it presentable, such that when you call your price, they will not be like, why are you charging me this in a place like this? Okay. But if you don't have the fund to go and get that good store yet, I think doing it from home is a good option.
Yes.
If you want to expand with getting more machine, getting more tools to make the work easier, my dear sister, do it, go for it. Because note that this machine, although wear and tear, you can put it into consideration, but they are still the machines that you carry to that new store. So if you have the money to be getting the machines now, be getting them. But if you have the money to get the store, alongside get the machine, alongside furnish the store, please go for it. So I think that's what I am going to advise you to do. But if you are at home, you don't have enough money to get the store and get the machine, then get the machine, continue your work at home, keep showing up, telling word of mouth, tell people around you, people in your church, people in your neighborhood, I do this, show up online, put your location. You don't need to put your address. Okay, Moeta Fashion is in Ojodu. Odunayomi teaches in redemption camp. We all know that. Let them know that if you are in Gbagada, they don't need to know that you are in the house or something like that. And also,
Yes.
you can still set up your house such that they will just think that it's a store. Get a nice place, even if it's just a wall. Just make sure that the sun or the light goes directly to that side. Make it beautiful. Make a good painting. Just set it up a little bit, put your mannequin there. Nobody's gonna know that you're actually doing it from home. Okay, so but if you have the fund to go all out in a good location, you will notice that I keep mentioning that good location, because that's what is going to guarantee the kind of customers that comes in. There are locations that even if you do all the furnishing, by the time the people there come into your store, they be like, ah, I can't, let me not sit down here first, they give me bill now, I cannot pay. So make sure you get a good location, furnish everything very beautifully well, okay, and get all your tools, your machine and all of that.
Thank you so much, Muturaya. So I would just like to add that if she's already sewing from home, I would like to ask that why does she want to go out? You have to know your why, because let's say now the reason why you want to rent a shop outside is because you are not getting visibility enough. I think that's still good. That's fine. But if it's because of something that you can still achieve at home, I would advise you just stay at home and just work from there. And if you have a good online presence, it's better you just stay work from home. And if you have the money, you can go out. You can rent a shop outside, because you just feel like you want to rent a shop outside. You don't know what goes into renting a shop. You have to show up every day. If you work from home, there are still some days you may not really show up like that. But if you have a shop outside now, you have to go there. You won't be the kind of tailor that opens maybe just twice a week. You have to be there every day.
Every
You
day.
have to put all this in place. You have the customers. Okay, you can get customers when you have a physical store, but if you have a good online presence, I just feel you can still stay at home for now, get that machine you want to get with the money you want to use to rent the shop. And let's say as you grow, if you need more space, maybe it's because of space you want to go. and rent a shop, you can now rent the shop. Or
Okay,
just know your
Odunayo,
wife and be sure. Yes, Moturaya.
Odunayo, can she tell us why she needs to get a store so we know what we are addressing?
Mm. She just said
Why?
that, okay, she did not tell us why, but she said, I think it's either she gets a shop outside or she buy a industrial sewing machine. But I feel she has been sewing at home already from this. I don't really know, but I feel she has been sewing at home already. So she's deciding maybe she should use the money she have to rent a shop outside, or she should buy an industrial sewing machine and still continue at home. If sewing from home is giving you money, I feel you should still wait a little bit. Maybe gather more funds again, and maybe when you have more money, you can now move. But I will advise you get that machine instead of renting a shop, since you still have a space you are using at home. Do you want to add anything to it, Mutara?
No, I think you have made a very good point by saying that she should just get that machine
Yes.
because getting this machine shows that she doesn't have an industrial machine, which I
Yes.
believe will make her work easier, will make her work faster.
Yes.
Okay, even if you go out, you get a store, and you are still using that domestic machine, you will still be burnt out because now your customer is going to increase. So
Yes.
it's better that you get the industrial machine so that your work will be easier. Then keep increasing your customer base. Because
Mm-hmm.
what a lot of people do not know is that when you leave the house working from home to a physical store, it is those customers that you have at hand. That's what you carry.
There.
If you don't have any customer at all, or the customer that you have, you are still struggling with them, then when you get to the store, the first few months it's going to be like there's no sales, there's no order. Okay, so get a machine that makes your work easier, faster, and all of that, and also keep increasing your customer base so that you can keep making more money, then save up, and then go and get a good physical space.
Thank you, Moturayo. I think
Thank
that's
you
the
so much.
I think that's all. That's everything we have, and we've answered all the questions we have here. So
Okay.
thanks everyone for joining us. We hope
Okay,
to see
yeah.
you another
Somebody
time.
is asking what's my YouTube channel.
Oh
Yes, my
yes,
YouTube channel is Mosurayo the Dressmaker. Moturayo the Dressmaker. I'm a fashion tutor and a fabric embellishment expert. So everything sewing and fabric embellishment is what we do on the channel. So you
yes.
can check it out, and then I'm sure you are going to find a lot of helpful videos and tutorials there for you. And when you do, remember to subscribe. Thank you.
Yes. So guys, we hope to see you when next we go live. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for everyone that joined us live today. Like I
Yeah.
said, we hope to see you another time we go live like this. So anything, do you have any final words for the audience?
Well, any final words is keep enjoying yourself, keep designing, don't stop learning. You see,
Mm,
fashion, the moment you start feeling like, you start doubting yourself, is an indication that you need to watch a video tutorial, you need to learn something new. Okay. So whenever you are in a situation where you begin to feel like, I'm not sure I can do this, or you begin to doubt yourself or doubt your skill, my dear, just watch a tutorial online and then you are going to get your confidence boost up back. Okay. So
yeah.
don't stop learning, keep enjoying yourself, keep designing, keep increasing your creativity, and I trust that everything will work out for you. Thank you everyone for joining. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, Odunayo.
You're welcome. So we've come to the end of the live. See you next time we go live again. Bye.
Bye.